Hey everybody, welcome back to IP Farms. Well, this one's going to be quite different. A little bit of footage that is several years old, and the reason for that is because it came out of this camera. And if you've been with me from the beginning, which a lot of you have, I had this camera mounted on the loader when I was out in the front field clearing the last big trees there where my grandfather had round bales of hay, and I had it mounted up on top of the cab, and a limb twisted around as I was pushing some stuff and knocked it off, and it was gone. And I looked for days, weeks, couldn't find it. I think I finished filming that day with an old camera. You know, 30-40 bucks wasn't the end of the world, no big deal. Well, since then, all the rounds of tillage we've done out there, disc tiller, plow, offset, you know, planted oats, ran Glenda over there. Make a long story short, I found it when I planted wheat, and just kind of threw it up here at the barn, no big deal, didn't think any more about it. You know, it's pretty neat to find it because I figured it was buried in a brush pile. Well, a memory popped up on Facebook about that day, and I reposted it, and a good friend of mine, Luke, mentioned something about did I try to get any footage off of it. I think he thought it was a GoPro, a little cheap $30-40 camera. I knew better. Well, I had forgotten that all of them run SD cards. So he mentioned it, you know, whatever, I kind of passed it off. Well, I was up here yesterday and I got to messing around and I looked, and sure enough, the SD card was still in it. I popped it out. It was a cheap SD card too, something I bought off Amazon, I think. Anyway, took it home, and the footage is on there. It's very cringy because the audio is awful on these, the color is awful, so bear in mind with that. But I thought I'd throw together a little video and show you that day, and it's pretty cool there at the end when it knocks it off. And to say that we can watch this, you know, 3 years later and all that time out in the elements, I mean, it was open, there's no weatherproof case or anything. Right there's the SD card slot. So anyway, we'll see how it turns out. Hope you guys enjoy it and let me know what you think.
Hey everybody, welcome back to IP Farms. Well, day's Saturday. We're gonna get started out in the field, see if we can get those row of trees and do some uplifting in the front field today. Dry enough, sun shining, beautiful day. A little chillier than it has been, but the sun feels good. So the loader's running. Wasn't able to get the starter on the dump truck, but we're gonna use it anyway and just pull it off, roll it off rather, and get it running that way. So let's see what we can get into today. I'll bring you along for a little bit of it. I got a little short ride down here to the front field. Here's what we're looking at. I still have a corner right here to clear out, and that tree line there to the left of the screen I've got to uplift and move back to the fence line. And then here's a row of trees. You can see the middle of the field here. Got a little bit on the back side. And I come around here to the front. My buddy's already down there on the Oliver pulling some poles out. My grandfather kept round bales of hay here for the cows years ago. And here's the tree line we've got to take out. It's just kind of on the high side of the field. I guess that's why he kept the hay here, keep it away from flooding or anything. But pan out, you can see the field here. I've showed that several times, but I want to get this tree line out of the way so that I can make it one big field, and then I'll show you later, or maybe another video, down on the lower side if we do end up moving jack. Some trees I'm going to take out and make this kind of like an L shape to hook around into the donkey pasture. So let's get started and see what we can do.